If you're ready to start making money in your business, even if you have a small business, even if you're just getting started, then today's episode is for you. We're going to be talking about 3 simple ways that you can actually start making money no matter what size business you have. And you don't have to keep worrying and wondering why you're not making money in your business, because you're going to actually have things available for people to buy. And I know that sounds like an easy concept, but a lot of times you might feel like it takes a giant amount of effort to start selling in your business, but it doesn't. And in today's episode, I'm going to tell you all about those 3 ways you can get started ASAP making money in your business. If you're feeling God call you to pivot life as you know it by leaving your career plans to start an online business, and you're terrified of how you'd ever actually pull that off, then you're a mama with a calling, and this is the podcast for you. Here's where we'll talk about everything from choosing the right business and running it as a mom to biblical inspiration and motivation to conquer your fears. Because even though it's causing you some anxiety, you're also excited because you know God's calling you to it. And that means you're headed to a life with more joy, fulfillment, and purpose like you've always wanted. Hi, I'm Alexia Carrillo, fellow mama with a calling, and I'm passionate about helping other moms like you step into their calling and not stay stuck in their career for fear of going against the grain. I believe it's okay to pivot and follow God's calling on your life without the guilt or shame for not doing what the world says you should do. This is the Mama with a Calling podcast, where we'll figure out how you can actually make this wild calling on your life become a reality. Let's grab some coffee and dive in. Before we dive into today's episode, I want to ask you a quick question. Are you feeling stuck, or like you really need some extra guidance, help, accountability, brainstorming from someone who knows the business that you're going into and who understands that you are pursuing something that God has put on your heart? If that's you, I want to let you know about 2 ways that I can help you and get you the support and guidance that you need as you're growing your business. The first is clarity coaching with me. So this is a 90-minute one-on-one coaching call with me, where we dive deep into the areas of your business that are unclear for you, anything that's holding you back, that's got you stuck. Maybe you don't really know which direction to go in your business. You don't know who you're serving. You don't know the next step you should take, anything like that. We'll dive into that in that 90-minute session and get to the bottom of it. And then from there, you'll walk away with an action plan for your week moving forward. And then you'll get follow-up Voxer support, which is a free walkie-talkie app for your phone. And you'll be able to ask questions back and forth throughout the week as things come up for you. If that sounds amazing, then go to mamawithacalling.com/clarity to book those sessions, and we can get started with getting you clarity ASAP. The second option is the Purposeful and Profitable Business Mentorship. And for this mentorship, it's 3 months of one-on-one coaching, where we will dive deep into what is God calling you to do, so you are very clear on the vision of your business, who you're supposed to serve, what you're called to do, and then help you lay the foundations of your business so that you can have a very clear picture of exactly what you're doing every single week, growing your business, and then get you to the place where you are going to start monetizing. You're going to offer something for sale in your business so you can actually start to make money. Because yes, God has put this on your heart, and yes, you have a passion for this, but He also wants you to have a business, which means you have to make money. If you need help with any of that, and that sounds amazing to you, that extra support, that accountability, the brainstorming back and forth, having the ability to ask me a question at any point, because at the 3-month mentorship, you also get that Voxer support. So anytime throughout the week, you're working on something comes up for you, you're feeling stuck, you can just hop on Voxer, ask me your question, and I will be able to answer you. That is going to keep you from staying stuck in the weeds and allow you to keep moving forward. So if that sounds awesome to you, I would love to hop on a discovery call with you and talk more about that, to see if it's the right fit, to see if I can help you and get you started with that one-on-one mentorship. So if you're interested, go to mamawithacalling.com/mentorship, and both of those links are in the show notes and in the description below. And I cannot wait to support you. Hey there, and welcome back to the Mama with a Calling podcast. Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm actually bringing you an episode that comes from a challenge that I recently did in my Facebook group, the Mama with the Calling community. It's free. If you haven't joined me over there, go find me on Facebook, or there should be a link in the show notes for this or in the description below so that you can just join other like-minded Christian mom entrepreneurs pursuing their calling. But I had this challenge a couple of weeks ago that was all around monetizing your business, because I was on a coaching call with a client and realized that this is a common concern among new entrepreneurs, where there's this fear around making money in your business. But when you actually sit and look at it, the number one reason you're not making money in your business is because you have nothing for sale. And so I was talking to this particular client and I was hearing her concerns about making money in her business. And then I just asked her, well, what do you have for sale? And she was just like, oh, nothing. And I was like, well, you definitely can't make money if you don't have anything for sale. Of course, there are a number of things that go into this where you need to have, people see the offer, you need to have traffic, people need to know, like, and trust you, all of that. But even if you have a small audience, you're just starting out, it doesn't matter. There is the possibility that you can sell things in your business. But to make that happen, you have to at least have it available, right? So I have done this with a small email list with very little traffic to my blog, just passive income. I've done all three of these options and they are available for you. So today's episode is the audio from one of the trainings in the challenge. And this episode focuses on three simple ways that you can make money right now in your business with little to no effort other than deciding and then putting up the offer for sale. One of the options does require you to create something, but again, it's not a huge amount of effort. You can definitely do this even with a small audience, no audience, etc. So like I said, this is part of a 5-day challenge. So if you're interested in the rest of the videos that go with this challenge around the mindset of offering something for sale, around deciding which one you're going to pick, and the marketing of how to make sure people actually see this, join the Mama with a Calling Facebook group, and those videos are in there under guides. I hope you enjoy today's episode. Let's get into it. This is such a problem, I think, with brand new or early businesses online, where it's like we think there are all these rules and we're not allowed to sell, and definitely should be selling something, even if you're early in your business. I hope that you're at a place where you can see that not only can you, but you should. And if you need support working through that, or you're just having a hard time getting to a place where you feel like you should be selling something in your business, book a mini session with me. I have these open calls this week. Just go to momwithacalling.com/coaching. You should be able to book a call there, and we can hop on a call for a little bit and just help you work through that. So today we're going to be talking about different things that you can offer for sale in your business that don't require a huge audience or anything like that. And we're also going to talk about how to choose what you should offer, because there are lots of different options and they all have their pros and cons, and you don't just want to pick one just because it makes a lot of money, right? So first we're going to go over the options, the things that you could do and some things to consider, and then how to choose what's right for where you are right now in your business. The first option is you can offer services, right? So this is one of the easiest things to offer in your business. Actually, all three of these are easy, but number 1, number 2 are really easy. Number 3 requires some work, but this one is really easy. So you can offer services. You have some kind of skill, something that you can offer your people. This could be virtual assistant work. This could be website design. I've done that, right? Done for you services of some sort where you can actually help people do something. Now, in some niches that might feel like it's not an option, but in a lot of them it is. So like I said, like websites. So there are people that will come to me and they are starting their online business, but they don't know how to do their website. And I'm like, I can do that for you. And so, you can create a service like that in your business. The pros of that is that people really need it, right? It's normally something that they are like, can somebody just help me with this? another example would be like meal planning or meal prep. So obviously you may not be able to go there physically, but if you are doing stuff around like nutrition, you can actually just sit with them and provide them meal plans every week, like personalized meal plans or customized meal plans for their family and their situation and all of that. So you could be giving them, like, that's doing it for them, right? You could give them the meal plan, the grocery shopping list, like all the recipes, like whatever it is you want to create, and you can do it like that. That's just one example. So like I said, people often need whatever the service is. So they're often willing to pay for it without really questioning, like it's obviously something they're going to pay for. And I think it also helps you maybe not feel so, if you feel weird about charging for stuff, it can be an obvious like, oh, okay, yeah, it's like a job, which is kind of the con of that, is that it can kind of start to feel like a job. Now, it doesn't have to, because you have the ability to say yes or no, right? It's not technically a job, but it can definitely take on a life of its own, where if you're not careful, you'll kind of shift back into that employee mindset. And, each client that you have will feel like a little boss. That's happened to me. I've done virtual assistant work and website work. So number one is services. So number two is coaching or consulting. So this is where you help people through a problem or help them achieve some kind of transformation of some sort. So let's say you're wanting to help moms manage their home. So you can offer coaching sessions to help them figure out why they're struggling to get things done, help them create systems in their home, that kind of thing. And that takes a while. It's normally not just like one session. It could be, sometimes it might be like maybe they're having a particular issue, but something like that, like shifting how you manage your home, how you manage your time, how you organize your routine, all of that is like, you can basically, have 3 months of time with them where you're meeting with them week after week, helping them process through all of these things that are really important for them to have a well-managed home, to not be losing their mind, for them to kind of enjoy their life as a mom. So that's just one example, but coaching is really to provide support and wisdom and accountability to help someone make progress toward their goal. It also helps because it's a great way to help someone make a decision. So often what's holding someone back from being able to do the thing is not just knowing what to do, but it's actually being indecisive. Like they might know like technically what to do, but then they're indecisive about, should I do this thing or that thing, this thing or that thing. And I've heard some of you say that in the group, like, I have this idea and that idea, and I don't know if I should go this way or that way. And it can feel like paralyzing. You just get stuck. So having a coach to walk you through, like, well, let's say you did pick this one. How would that feel? What would you be happy with this one? What are your goals? What are your overall intentions with this whole thing you're going through? And helping them as an outsider sort of make that choice. And really, it's not sharing your opinion though, right? It's not, well, I think that you need to do X, Y, Z. It's more about you helping the client choose their best option and to feel good about that option. Because as we all know, like if we don't feel good about something or we're in that indecisive mode, you're not going to take action. You're not going to do the thing. But if you feel really good about your choice, you're just going to go for it. You decided and you're going to do it. And obviously I do coaching as well. And so that's an example too, is where I help women be able to make that decision about what their business is. Where is God calling them? What should they do next? Who should they focus on? And like how do they manage their life at home as they're pursuing their business? All of that stuff gets put together, and it requires, a couple of months of working together to really help someone achieve that transformation. So consulting, I said coaching and consulting. So consulting is a little different in that it's really telling the person your expert opinion. Coaching is not about sharing like your personal opinions and values per se, though like with what I'm doing, I do like a Christian perspective on business. So in that way, it is sharing the value there, but it's not, you're not like saying like, this is what you should do because I think it's the best. Consulting is a little different though, in that you really are telling the person what they should do in your expert opinion, right? So an example of this might be if you're really great at organizing, you're like an expert organizer, and someone wants to book a consult with you. This is where you're literally going to say, here's how you organize that space. You need this, this, and this. You're going to organize it this way and this way and that way. And you're just telling them what to do. Or let's say you're a web designer and someone wants to book a consult call to ask a bunch of questions about how their website should look if they want to do it on their own, but they're getting your feedback. I've had people book consult sessions with me because I do websites as well. People will book consult sessions with me where they'll just ask me a bunch of tech questions, kind of like, I don't know how to do my shopping cart, and I don't know how to do this, and I don't know how to do that. And I'll just answer their questions for an hour or 30 minutes or whatever that looks like. So that's definitely something that you can do right now. You just simply have to say, hey, it's available. And then people can book that with you. So the pros of that is that there's no prep work. There's nothing you have to do. It's just your mind. The con is that people probably need to build a relationship with you of some sort before they invest in coaching. Consulting might be a little bit different if they can see the proof of your expertise, meaning like you have testimonials, you've shown that you, like for my website business, I've done like, I show the websites that I've done, and then people, like word of mouth really is what happens in that kind of business. And then people will see like, oh, she knows what she's talking about, I'm going to book with her. Or it could be your content. So if you have a YouTube channel or a podcast or something that's really showing your authority in that area, and people can book with you to have a consult, then that's like, they'll hear your authority and they know. The person that comes to mind that reminds me of that is like Stephanie Gass. She does, podcasting, and she teaches podcasting, and then she has these 30-minute podcasting calls, but it's like a blend of consulting and coaching. She's giving you a very specific outcome, and she's telling you like, this makes sense for you in your business, like that kind of stuff. And it works really well for her. Okay. And the third thing you can do. So the first one is services. Second one is consulting or coaching. The third one is small digital product. I love this one. So small digital products are small digital products that help your people start implementing whatever it is you're teaching them. Okay. So they can get a quick win. Examples might be a quick start guide, or maybe just a guide on how to do something in depth, a short mini course to get people started. Maybe a spreadsheet. There are people that sell like budgeting spreadsheets and different kinds of things like that. I used to have a spreadsheet for sale that was like how to calculate how much money you needed, how far you were away from the goal of quitting your job with like your savings and your income from your side hustle. You could sell printable binders and planners. I've sold a number of those. You could have like planners that help people organize something very specific. So again, if you're helping moms in the home, maybe it's a home management binder, maybe it's a meal planning binder. Like there's all these different things you can do where they can like print it all out and get it put in a binder, and it's helping them achieve something. Lesson plans. So if you are doing anything with kids, Bible studies, I mean, there's so many ideas here. And really, like I said, the idea is that you want to help them implement something, have some kind of quick win, and it's going to help them have the confidence to move forward. And ultimately, that'll probably lead to a bigger purchase with you where you're helping them either more one-on-one or a bigger course or something like down the line. But it doesn't mean you have to have that stuff in place to even have this for sale. You can definitely sell this like now. The pro of this is that it's passive income. You don't have to talk to anybody. You don't have to book calls. You don't do anything. It's just on your site. It's for sale. You can do it. People can buy it. They can come and go as they want. And some people like that option where they can do that. So it's a passive income. And then, like I said, there are tons of options. So many different ideas. That can be a pro and a con, I guess, for this one, because sometimes, again, you might, need help processing, like which one am I going to start with? Because the pro of this one is that you can do it in multiple ways across your business, right? You can have multiple small products. The con of this one compared to the other two is that you need to actually make it. It's not just yourself, it's making something. So creating that PDF, whatever, in Canva, recording the video series, whatever that looks like. And a lot of times these work really well, having them after you've got somebody signing up for your email list with something free, and then it will kind of pop up with this item, because these items are typically less than $50 normally. And then you'll reduce them and have them like on sale. So this is called a tripwire. If you've seen that, where you sign up for something free on somebody's site, and then it'll say for the next 15 minutes, you can get this for 75% off. And it's great because it's sort of like, ooh, I want that. I need that. Yes. It's on sale. Yes. Right. And so it really works well to have it connected right after your freebie for your email list. But you don't have to. You can just sell it on your site. But that's a really effective way. I mean, the joke is like, I bought it because it's on sale. Like, how many times we buy something because it's on sale? So that really works well. And you want to have, we can talk more about that. If you guys have questions, you can ask in the group, but you really want to have them connected to each other, right? The freebie that you're offering needs to relate in some way to that tripwire, all those kinds of things. But these are great, like I said, great passive way to make money with your business. So these are 3 big ways that you can make money right now, after you make it, if you have to make it. But services, coaching and consulting, or small digital products. Like there are a bunch of other ways, and there are ways that make more money, or, there's just different ways you can make money. There's more ways to make passive income. But these 3 are the 3 that I think are really great to start with and allow you to just get something up there for sale that can actually help your people and allow you to start making money in your business. Because like I was saying, you can't make money if you don't have anything for sale. So how do you choose? So you have 3 different options. How do you choose? So first, I want you to consider what your person needs and what is the best thing to help them with where they are right now. So if they are really busy and they need, I don't know, whatever it is, and they might need like a binder setting. Maybe that's really help them get organized. But maybe another thing you're helping them with would require like a course. You just have to really be mindful of the best way, like how would somebody consume this information? What's the best way for them to get the most benefit out of it? Kind of put your teacher hat on to say, how can I best share this information with the person and them actually get out of it what they need to get out of it? So that's the first part. The second one is consider where God is calling you. So pray about it and really go ask about all of them and see which one you're feeling led to, which one really resonates with you, and start there. That can really help you decide. And be mindful when you're doing that of fear actually swaying you one way or the other. Because if you're feeling like, yes, a mini course would be a great idea, that would be so amazing. And then the second thought is, I'm terrified of video. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do it though, right? Because this is about doing what God is calling you to do and how you can serve your people the most. And if video is it, you got to figure out how to overcome that fear, because they need video, right? They need to have it in that way. And there are ways to do video like courses without showing your face, but it's great to have a connection with somebody, right? So that can really help build those relationships in your business. And where are people engaging with your content the most right now? So, and what's really encouraging to them? This is a great place to start, because if you've got podcast episodes, YouTube, whatever it is out there, even social media, what are people engaging with? Because that's going to give you a clue as to which area of your business you're going to create this product, service, or coaching offer in. Because a lot of times you probably have multiple areas in your business, different categories, different things. So keep in mind that you can do this over and over for different areas. And eventually you may have something for each area. But right now we're just going to have the first step. And if you already have something for sale in your business, this is a great chance to add another thing on there, just like using the accountability of this challenge to do that this week. I want you guys to answer these questions, these 3 questions. So 1, which one of these do you feel led to? So pray about it, journal about it, do whatever you need to do. Is it services, coaching or consulting, or digital product? And then number 2, which specific topic in your business is that going to cover? And then number 3, does this product, service, whatever you come up with, does it help solve a specific problem that my people are experiencing and get them a solution, right? Because people don't want to just buy a course. They don't want to just buy your PDF. They want the result that it's going to give them. So you want to make sure that it is definitely solving a problem. I would love to hear your ideas. I love brainstorming and talking about this kind of stuff. But also, again, just to remind you, if you want to hop on a free mini call with me, we can actually get on there for 30 minutes and just brainstorm and help you pinpoint the one that works well for you and help you get your first product decided so you can move forward with that. Again, mamawithacalling.com/coaching for those calls. Thanks for listening to the Mama with a Calling podcast. As always, you'll find the show notes for today's episode at mamawithacalling.com/podcast. Really quick before you head out, are you loving these episodes? To make sure this podcast gets in the ears of as many mamas as possible, please head on over to Apple Podcasts and leave a review. And while you're there, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any future episodes. I'm going to be reading your reviews on the podcast, so I can't wait to hear from you. Also, if you know someone that needs to hear these episodes, grab a screenshot and share it on Instagram, and don't forget to tag me at Mama with a Calling so I can share it in my stories. Until next time, keep pursuing your calling.